So we have just run Sofo Scan and Clean, and we came up with 9 tracking cookies, and there is a shot of them. So I'm going to go a little bit deeper, and we're going to look at these tracking cookies a little bit. We're going to try to find out where they are hiding in our machine. And what I would suggest at this point is that you take a screenshot of the tracking cookie results, and then you can follow along with the next part of this short video where we drill down and find these guys and get a little bit of information on them. So with that, I'm going to pause this and we're going to go into an explanation and find these dudes. So welcome back. We are tracking cookies right now. So we ran Sofo Scan and Clean, and it came up with these 9 results. Now, if we look at the bottom, it says identified threat 0, so it didn't find any viruses or anything malicious, but it did find 9 potentially unwanted items, and these are tracking cookies, and we don't know if these are harmful or not. Some cookies are necessary in order to operate, so you can keep a conversation going between computers, and sometimes they are more malicious and more trying to get you to go to an infected website or something. So usually we want to get rid of all of these guys. We don't need any tracking cookies. There's regular cookies. There's other means that they use to communicate. But we're going to take a look at these just to show you how deep into the heart of your machine these cookies are. So it gives us the address of where this cookie is. And we see that it's on drive C. So we're going to trace this first guy down. And we're going to go to local disk C and users and Shelb, app data, and there is no app data. And the reason for that is it's a hidden folder because it's one that you want to be very careful about. You don't want to make any changes to this. You just want professional apps to go through here and tell you what they are. There's really no user changeable data in here, but you can look and see what's going on. So in order to see the app data, it's a hidden folder. We go into view, and we go into show, and then we go down to hidden items, show or hide the files and folders that are marked as hidden. So we do a show, and there our app data folder appears. So we go open up the app data, and then we go to local. We're getting really down in there. Then after local, we want Microsoft, and then we want Edge and user data. And we want default and network. And here are our cookies right here. And we're going to open it up with Notepad just in order to see what they look like. And we're not going to investigate any of the other items here. So we can open that up, and there's our cookie folder. So this is where all the cookies are saved, and these are the ones that are going to be deleted are in here. And we can we see it's kind of a it's all mostly text. It has some items about CCleaner in the combo box, so these use that product. So it could be in here legitimately, and it doesn't come up on the unwanted list. But let's take a look. Do a Control F here and bring out our search screen and ADNXS. And let's see where that is. And it is down here at the bottom. And it's looking at cargirls.com. So in this one, just kind of off the cuff trying to interpret this, seeing as these are together, literally together, that if this ADNX.com is going to reroute some of the ads to cargirls.com. And I have visited Cargirls, but never this ADNXS. And there are more. There's another one for Bing, to point to Bing. And I don't know what that is. Pointing to MSN.com, pointing to Cargirls, and etc., etc., etc. So we see this one tracking cookie can redirect ads on your website that you visit, on a Microsoft Edge, that you may or may not want. And it may work for you. If it does, that's fine. But for the most part, these are considered unwanted. Another point on this is the fact that I don't use Microsoft Edge ever. I use when I start up a new installation. First thing I do is install Firefox and start from there. So I never, other than opening Edge in order to download Firefox, I don't use it at all. Never. And usually take it off and totally get rid of it, because it tends to grab a lot of information. So where did this information come from? How did it get there? Why do I have these? Are all, say they're all captured by Microsoft Edge, and I don't use it. But if we look down here, the lower left-hand corner, oh my goodness. So if you use any of these, this is what is known as a widget. And it would appear that this is the hooks in somehow to Microsoft Edge. So this widget, if you like widgets, there it is, continually running. So it's taking resources, and it's going to show you ads and things that you may or may not want to look at here. Now it's showing games. It's trying to get you into something. So if you don't want that widget, let's get rid of it. So if you right-click here somewhere on the taskbar, it will give you taskbar settings. And let's see, the widget is still down here, giving us our temperature, 83, a flyout web page here, all kinds of stuff in it. So we just turn that off and the widget is gone. So that's what I want to do. I don't want that widget on there. If I wanted that widget, I would install one somewhere else on the front page. There's a lot of options on where to deal with widgets. So turned it off. So hopefully that is one part of what app is going to be. I'm sorry, been doing this too long today. So I do apologize. So we shut that off, so we shouldn't be getting any more tracking cookies out of that area. You can get a tracking cookie just by hovering over and having the window fly out. So what other thing could happen? Well, let's look at Edge. So I'm going to open up the Microsoft Edge app by keying in Edge down here in the search bar. I'm going to fire it up, because we doing the research, it tells me that adnxs.com is connected somehow with extensions on the browser. So I have not installed any extensions on this browser. So I just fired up Microsoft Edge. We're going to go up here and we're going to hit the 3 keys here. And somewhere down here it's going to say extensions. And somehow I've got Avira Password Manager extension already installed on here. And it says Bitdefender Anti-Tracker is installed but not turned on. And Google Docs Offline is installed but not on. So I haven't done any of these. This came out of the box with the installation of Windows 11, and don't know where it came from, and don't want any of these, and I don't want Avira Password Manager, although it's a legitimate product and everything. So I'm going to turn that off, and you may want to look at the extensions that are on your browser, whether you're using Edge or any other browser, to make sure you don't have an extension on your browser that you don't want. And if you're not using it, there's no reason to have it installed. And you can see it will be up here somewhere if it's on. So we'll turn on Avira Password Manager, and then we click extensions, and here it is. It's not pinned here. So if I would have installed it, I would have pinned it like this. So it would always be a single click away from using it. So with that, I think we're going to wrap this up. So again, it's for your safety. So these tracking cookies are gathering information from you, and it's pretty hard, as you can see, to see exactly what they're doing with that information. So the best suggestion is to limit as much as you can and keep it clean. Run these cleaners on a regular basis because they tend to sneak in somehow. So with that, I am going to close this out, and I appreciate you hanging in there and listening to all this. Stay safe. Don't change anything in the app data. Just know it's there and that it's behind the scenes. All these applications are updating those files in order to keep you running smooth. So if you touch anything, it could be not good. So with that, I'm going to sign off. I appreciate you taking the time to listen this all the way through. Thank you. Goodbye.